Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Victory 2. I'm your host, Kelvin. I have to let those battles go, I guess. Let's speed her up. Oh, and we need to select research. Very high speed university networks. Again, just a direct bonus to research points. No reason not to get it. Alright, so we won all those battles, very good. Let's gather you guys together. It's time we blitzkrieged. I'm not too worried about the rebels right now. I have something else that's pressing. Very, very pressing. Slovenia is friendly with France. If that number there, that's their influence, gets to 100, they'll become in their sphere. Which means France will automatically join in. Right now, it's friendly, France can still join in. But they tend to join in after a while. Like, they don't join in instantly. What great powers can do is, in a war, intervene in war. We must be a great power to perform this action, and they have to be friendly. Alright, so it's fairly simple enough. Like, so France has the capacity to join in on the side of Slovenia. So I need to work very quickly here. Outlaw paramilitary organizations. I don't care how much I piss off the fascists. Like, that is the least of my worries. Like, pissing off the fascists, not something I'm worried about. That counter-occupation's gonna be too slow. Please ignore the man standing on the horse. You need to be quick, though. France still hasn't joined in yet. You can always... Oop. Annex Slovenia. Good. That was my main fear. I didn't want France joining in. The great powers have that tendency to do that. Alright, very good. You guys, those four. You guys, those two. Go. Alright, so let's sweep the rebels now. Ugh. Okay. So we got that. Bad news is we're going into debt fast. I need to do something. I'm just going to raise tariffs for now. Tariffs will, be alright. Dum da dum dum dum, and slaughter the last of them. Oh, an alliance offer from Greece. That's random. Alright. Doesn't the rebel occupation go away? Darn. I'll have to go do something about that after. Macedonia I haven't really been too worried about. They went communist, which resets their relations with everybody. You'll note that they are neutral with everyone, all the great powers. They don't have any allies because their relations with everyone is 0. Of course, Greece. So I'm not particularly worried about them. I'm just going to waltz in and kind of kick their ass. No questions asked. Backing, ooh. For a second there I thought it was a war with China going, what? Stupid flags. Iran is a great power, so it's just going to back itself. Okay. That's interesting. Germany is requesting that Iran liberate or allow Kurdistan to go free. It's a crisis on the international scale. And war will break out if that meter reaches full. In 278 days, it'll be full. Japan, alright, yeah. Japan's on the fence. They haven't taken a side. They're the only other great power who has any interest in it. So, we'll see what happens. Probably war. Alright, so who's pissed at me right now? Minimum wage movement, alright. You know what? No, they aren't that radical. I can get away with it. What I'm going to do... Normally what you do is you just follow what the biggest movement is, because if you don't, they gain radicalism, and if they gain 100 radicalism, they turn into rebels, which is bad. So instead, I'm gonna go against what they want me to do, which is minimum wage movement. That's the largest one. The Slovenian liberation movement. Yeah, right. Like, that's ever gonna happen. I'm gonna swap to religious education. From my only the elite get education. This improves education efficiency, which means people become more literate, which means they generate me more research points. And as we know, I have a fetish for research points, okay? Okay, let's just annex Macedonia. And I'm going to drop my army. I don't need them. There. I didn't drop my army, just my mobilized peasantry. And, of course, the second I do that, everyone else and their grandmother starts revolting. And we'll head back down there. Perfect. Alright, so you guys just loop around and start taking out rebels. Very good. Do we have enough to make a dent in our loans yet? A little bit. I'm going to cut military spending to help. It just means my soldiers don't get paid. I know it's not a good idea to do that, but honestly... Wow. Yeah, none of my farmers are getting any freaking money. That's troubling. Like, all of my farmers are extremely poor. And that's not good. This is going to cause a lot of problems if I don't find a solution to the poorness of my country. My solution to the poorness of my country, the Party Nork is not illegal. Yeah, let's try and keep the fascists down if we can. Like, I kind of need to keep them down. We no longer have any revanchism, because I've taken back most of the cores. Well, I'm missing that one. And I'm not going to war over that for a while. So I don't need to worry too much. Okay. Once that hits 8, I think, yeah. That's not even. Okay, what I'm going to actually do instead of... What do the people want? I don't have a choice on that one. Can't let them all go crazy, people. Can't let them turn into rebels, so I gotta give them what they want on that one. They want minimum wage. They want minimum wage. Like, I gotta give that one to them. But I want to get his no draft, because that gives me a militancy reduction, whereas my mandatory service is giving me militancy. By point 2. So, you know, it's just a thought that I should, you know, try and get no draft. That'll really help my militancy climbing. Everyone's just poor as shit, so they're mad at me. That's just the general reason why everyone is getting extremely mad. September 29th. Oh god, we're screwed. People are getting mad extremely quickly. Popularization of preschool. I feel like it would be best to get that, yeah. Just try and make everyone literate. It's the best I can do right now. Oh, we are in trouble. No draft. I don't care what the hell they wanted. Oh, safe working conditions, people. There's 9,000 of them. I don't care. Just get them off away. Now, that should slow down the rate that militancy is gained by hopefully a significant margin. So let's see what's in the newspaper. Ooh, some negotiations with diplomatic nations. There is no desire between our peoples to go to war against one another. Being sides declared, though, one side might be perceived as the victor, leaving the other with a bitter aftertaste in the concessions, threatening the longevity of the signed agreement. What was the signed agreement? Well, Iran didn't release Kurdistan, so I think Iran won the crisis. Probably Japan joined in on Iran's side, and Germany backed out. Just be like, fine, whatever. Wasn't particularly paying close attention because it didn't concern me. Once I get onto the Great Powers list, crises are going to get interesting for me. Because I'm actually going to have to start taking sides. Alright. Oh, got another group. Yeah, not happening. My entire army has joined the communists. That's what that symbol there means. Next to all the soldiers. They are all part of the communists. Oh, I am doomed. No, there's no two buts about it. I am screwed so bad. Alright, let's reduce the tariffs if we can. Very good, alright. Yeah, there we go. Alright, things should be improving now for my people. The tariffs was a gamble. It was to try and get me to pay off my loans before I go bankrupt. But it would cause me to gain a lot of militancy because people wouldn't be able to afford the correct things that they needed to live. Okay, in this case, campaign for unemployment subsidiaries seems to be the one they want. At the same time, I could go for Jim Crow on minority policies. That could be the way to go here, because that, again, reduces my pop militancy gain. There aren't that many unemployed people. Like, that's the list of my unemployed people right there. Pretty much. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to go with Jim Crow. It's going to piss them off, but hopefully they'll be okay. I'm sure they'll be fine for a little while. Alright, popularization of preschool education. Very good. Again, try and improve our literacy to improve our growth here. Growth of research points. Okay. So now that's all done. I'm going to stop encouraging soldiers in southern Serbia. What I am going to do is go to Croatia and encourage academics. Synthetic oil factory. That's great. What I am going to do in Croatia, however, I kind of looked at the prices before. I just need to double check to make sure it's still good. Some of our biggest production here is grain and fruit and all that. Grain pretty cheap, yeah. Liquor, alright. Liquor's doing good. Liquor's doing better than last time I looked, and so is wine, alright. So what I'm going to do is create distilleries in Croatia. The reason Croatia is because it has two things in it. It has... No, wait, Bosnia has them. Oh. Yeah, it should... I mean Bosnia. Wrong country, damn it. Bosnia. Because it has fruit, it has grain, and it has coal. You want to put factories in the correct regions that have the base resources, because then you get production bonuses. So I want to put a glass factory there. I want to put a liquor distillery there. And I want to put a winery. Now, the winery takes glass and fruit. That takes glass and grain, and this takes coal. So, we got fruit, we got grain, and we got coal. Good place to put them. It'll be a good combination, and it'll get us some industry. Right now, we're kind of falling behind everyone else, which isn't good in terms of industry. All laborers lose militancy. I'm not too worried about my mining efficiency. Ooh, Switzerland wants an alliance. I'm neutral enough for Switzerland, apparently. International crisis in Chinese Tibet. I don't think anyone's going to care. Fail to enlist international interest at this time. I called it. Nobody ever cares about Tibet. If we cared about Tibet, we would have stopped them from lighting themselves on fire a long while ago. Just throwing that out there. Oh god, the fascists. Oh geez, that's a lot of fascists. That is a sizable army of fascists. I will have to be cautious about how I do this. That was apparently not the right thing to be doing. Crap. Alright, what do they want here? Campaign for unemployment subsidiaries. Alright, fine. Low subsidiaries it is. Well, that's a problem. We are out reinforcing them, though. The problem is they're sitting literally surrounded by a river. There's no way I can get to them without crossing that frickin' river. But I'm out reinforcing them. That's a good thing. Alright, now we can beat on them. We need to make sure that this army is destroyed. It's got too many people in it. If I allow it to reinforce, we could be in trouble. Very important. Can't reinforce. Alright, that takes care of the fascist rebellion pretty much. Let's just clean up from here. Alright. Probably going to be asked to pass another reform momentarily. What are they going to ask for here? Liberation, universal healthcare. So nothing. But we have so many socialists in the upper house that they'll gladly grant whatever the hell, they'll gladly pass whatever the hell I want to. Alright. So that takes care of the fascist rising. But our militancy is already over 8. We're in trouble. We are getting screwed right now. So yeah, the factories are building. Yeah, all the resources they need are contained within it. Will it show me the bonus before it's built? I guess you have to wait until it's built. Limited work days. Legal, factory. Factory output tech, factory input efficiency tech. Yep. Oh, there we go at the bottom. Plus 25% bonus from having a glass factory, and plus 10% from having fruit in the state. And I believe this gets a plus 25% from producing coal in the state, yeah. And this will get, you know, having glass factory and producing grain in the state. Universal school enrollment, woohoo. Alright, so no one, right now there doesn't seem to be any particularly issue things. Universal healthcare is kinda something I guess I'm gonna have to do, aren't I? What I would much prefer to do is this open immigration if I can get there. Want to try and move towards legal child labor, would also be nice, something I'd like to work towards. And safety regulations too, because that reduces the everyday needs, which means people get more of their needs, which means they get less pissed at me. Tends to be a good way to look at it. But I guess I'm somewhat... these jerks. God. I'm not getting rid of capital punishment yet. Capital punishment reduces militancy, increases the consciousness, which is okay. I can handle a high consciousness right now. What I can't handle is a bunch of people who aren't getting their needs met. The artisans I expect as much. The capitalists, I don't have any factories yet. All my workers are unemployed. I'm more worried about the farmers. The farmers seem to be getting their needs met pretty well. Artisans aren't. So is this all artisans? Just up here? Yeah, it looks like it. Artisans are like factories, except they're not factories, they're people. And they're really inefficient. So that's kind of a Yugoslavia reactionaries. Not really a problem, we can take care of them. So that's kind of the problem with that. They're highly inefficient, and so they tend to suck. So when I start building factories, and generally when the world has built factories and they start being useless, then we're in trouble. Yeah. My glass factory on its own is actually profitable. That's great. Alright, so we got an election coming in. I'm kind of worried, but oh well. I'm going to be ending this episode here. Thank you everybody for watching. Next time we'll see the results of the elections and we'll be building more factories, I think. That's for certain. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go to... I think I'm going to start building... I considered something else, which was the construction of... whatchamahoots, factory in southern Serbia. Steel factory, I believe. Yeah. Sadly, I don't have any states that produce both coal and iron. That would be really useful. Do I have any adjacent states that do that? Wallachia. Wallachia produces lots of coal, but no iron. Darn. Darn. No one I can just attack. Hey, ooh, Austria. Well, they're allied with France. They're probably in France's sphere. Not quite, but... Speaking of which, whose sphere have I been drifting towards? Absolutely no one. No one has any interest in me. Italy sorta has an interest in me. Russia's on the fence, and Germany's like, hey. That's it though, really. Like, there are not many great powers that are interested in me. No one is investing their diplomatic points in Yugoslavia. That's for certain. And that's alright, I don't mind if I'm not in a sphere. I can handle independence. Generally, it's a good idea to be in the sphere. But, I'm okay without it. I'll be okay. It just means I don't get quite as good access to some markets. The reason I'm okay with that is because my prestige is so high. But I digress. It's time for me to end this episode here. Freedom and liberty will never perish from this earth. Protectionism. Thank you everybody for watching. As always, this has been your host, Galvin, signing off.